everyone! I know this is typically not where I film my videos, but because of today's topic, we're going to be doing a Q&A because before I left my trip, I told you guys that I would be doing a Q&A and you guys sent a ton of questions, and today I'll be answering all of them. Alright, so Eva asks, hello, so here's my question. Have you ever struggled with anxiety, and if you do, how did you manage it? I'm not putting these questions in order by any means, so I'm just going to answer them as I read them. Yes, I have struggled with anxiety. I still do sometimes. It's not crazy by any means, but I do sometimes get anxiety when I go out. I actually never had anxiety before I started my channel, which is a really weird thing to say because now on YouTube I make videos by myself. It's still very solitary, and I find that being alone for a long period of time, I do get a little worried, and when I leave my house I get a little worried. Not because I think someone's gonna attack me, but just because I haven't been out for a while. I really try to keep a handle on it. I always just try to relax. I know things are gonna be okay. Use apps like Headspace or the Calm app, which really have helped me. I also find exercising helps so much. It really releases all that stress and it makes you feel so much better. So I always do like either yoga or spin class. That's how I stay sane. So hopefully that helps you with that question. Which palette would you recommend for a smoky eye? That's for a beginner who doesn't know what they're doing. Also, what should one do if a pimple grows on the forehead? The thing is, I actually don't do many smoky eyes, but some of my favorite palettes are from Urban Decay, the Marc Jacobs eyeshadow palettes, and the Too Faced palettes, and the Benefit. I feel like I'm just listing so many. If you are just trying out makeup and you don't want anything too complicated, I honestly feel BH Cosmetics is a great one too because A, it doesn't cost too much, and B, they have great colors. So those are my recommendations. And then the second question is, what do you do if a pimple grows on your forehead? I want to say the best thing for pimples that work for me, some people might do this and be like, that does not work for me, but for me, toothpaste works. The white one, not the gel one. A little bit of white toothpaste on it, let it sit for 5 minutes. That's it. You don't want to put it on any longer than that. Some people have said, oh, I put toothpaste on my forehead or on my pimple and I left it overnight. No, you're not supposed to leave it overnight. You're just supposed to put it on for 5 minutes and then rinse and pat dry. That's what I would do if you got a pimple on your head or anywhere by that means. Next, from Akansha, I hope I'm saying that right, sent through Instagram. At what age did you start wearing glasses? Well, actually, I started wearing glasses basically in grade 8. I wear contact lenses now, and I also wear glasses at night. I'm actually looking to get my eyes lasered, so if any of you Vancouver people are watching this, let me know if you have a good recommendation for a laser eye center to correct these guys. I actually have terrible vision, so if there was like an apocalypse or something, there's my anxiety kicking in. I would not be able to see very far because I need contacts to see. So hook us this up. Were you allowed to wear contact lenses as a teenager? This is actually such a funny question because Mama Chiu would not let me wear contact lenses. She was like, you need to wear glasses the entire way through high school. You can't have contact lenses. I'm like, what do you mean? I don't want to wear glasses like in high school. And they were like these terrible glasses. They were like square and didn't fit my face, and they were like wire frame. Oh, it was the worst. I hated wearing glasses to school. And also I get these marks on the sides of my nose because, you know, Asian nose and never fits, always falling off. So I always wanted to get contact lenses. Finally, I was able to break her because I said to her, there are girls in my class and guys in my class that wear contact lenses, Mom. It's not out of the ordinary. Can I please get them? And I just kept pestering her and pestering her and pestering her, and then finally she did, and then the whole color contact lens thing happened, and I don't think she was a fan of that. But yeah, she did let me. So a couple days ago I got the zit pimple and it looks like it's about to pop. What should I do to prevent scarring? That is a very good question. It really depends on what kind of skin that you have. I always do the toothpaste thing, and then I do the tea tree oil thing, and then after the pimple has subsided or like the stuff has come out, then I make sure to keep it clean all the time. I don't put anything on it, no makeup, no moisturizer, no nothing. Just let it breathe and let it heal. That's like my biggest thing. And if you do have acne scarring, or like even I have a few scars on my face from like chicken pox or like pimples, I would use bio oil. That's really good for skin that's like stretched or has scarring. So hopefully that helps you. Shruti has sent a message on Snapchat saying, how often do you travel? And what is your most important skincare hack that has helped you on airplanes? So when I go on airplanes, I know my skin is going to straight up crack and just be very, very dry. So one of my favorite things to do before I go on a plane, and this is gonna sound absolutely insane to you, but this is what I do. I actually don't wear any makeup, or I try not to wear very minimal makeup when I go on the plane. I use my moisturizer and I put a bunch of oil, so either Moroccan oil or squalane oil, and do more drops than I typically would. On a regular day, I would use 1 drop or 2 drops. But before I go on a plane, I do about 3 or 4 or 5 drops along with my moisturizer and apply it all over the face. And yes, it does look greasy. Yes, it looks a little bit like, girl, you need to blot that off. But when I get on the plane, it's like the perfect amount because it's actually drying out my skin, but the oil is the barrier for it. So that is like my biggest skincare hack before you go on a plane. Another thing is bring masks with you. I mean, you don't have to bring like the full-on like Korean like face mask because those are kind of huge and you might scare your neighbor, but you can use the eye mask just like this part, and that really helps hydrate this part and kind of gets rid of that dark circle look. Next question, what is the best way to apply concealer? I love you in your videos. My favorite way to apply concealer is in a triangle shape. I find that it works because it lifts the under eye. And also a tip that I usually do when applying concealer is letting it dry before actually rubbing it all in. Because if you have a concealer that is a bit on the more liquid side and it's kind of just runny, what I would suggest is just do a few drops or do the triangle and let it sit for like 30 seconds and then go in with the blender or whatever you're using to blend it out. Because I find that with some concealers, they need a little bit of extra time just to adhere to the skin, and then when you blend it out, it just gives more coverage. So that's a hack. The next question is from Snapchat. Jen, can you please talk about how you got into the beauty business and how you can get your foot in the door for someone who wants to be an influencer? If you're starting out as an influencer, I feel like it needs to be something you really want to do and that you're passionate about. I started my channel because I didn't like my previous job. I just wanted something that I could do that was fun. I also wanted to make content that I knew I could do a lot of. So one thing I knew that I loved was beauty, skincare, makeup, lifestyle, and travel. And I love the idea of giving tips. Last couple of tips, I guess, also on that note. I guarantee you I'm going to think about so many things after this video and I'll be like, why didn't I say that? But right now is be you, be unique, don't copy anyone else. I mean, I look to other people and watch other people's videos and channels for inspiration. I don't do it to copy them. 2, make sure that it's something that you love. Make sure that you're passionate about it. Make sure that you know enough about it to make a lot of content so that you're considered an expert in your field. And 3, get to know other people in your community who are also influencers and try and get into that and talk to people about how they started and what they did. Getting inspired by other influencers who you look up to, and I think that's a really good way to start out and get your foot in the door. Next up, from Lizzie, how can I get clear skin? Okay, I've done so many videos on how to get clear skin. Just go into my channel and check out the playlist on skincare. You'll see a lot. But if I had to break it down to 3 things is 1, make sure you cleanse every single day. And I'm a big fan of gel and foam cleansers, as you guys will see on my channel. 2, make sure you moisturize and make sure you use stuff that is applicable to your skin. So if you have oily skin, try and steer towards like salicylic acid, things like tea tree oil to help like calm down breakouts and pimples. But if you have drier skin, use serums, use hydrating moisturizers, use Moroccan oil, use squalane oil. These things are really good to help hydrate the skin. And 3, sleep. I'm serious. If you have enough sleep, your skin, even when I take a nap for 20 minutes, my skin actually feels and looks better. So those 3 things will help you kickstart your skin. Well, this is an interesting question by Kitten1705 from Snapchat. What is your favorite animal? I don't have a favorite animal. I love so many animals. I mean, if I had to pick one, maybe I would pick a tiger because that's like my Chinese horoscope. So did I just give myself away? No, I didn't. Jeff and I always talk about dogs, and we actually love the Australian Shepherds. They are so cute. And they're just such beautiful dogs. But we live in an apartment, so there's no way we would have enough room for a dog like that because they need a lot of space and a lot of exercise. Anyways, I said more than one animal there, but those are a couple of my top ones. Yeah. What's Mama Chiu's best skincare tip? Mama Chiu's best skincare tip, if you guys haven't seen this video already, using rice water to rinse your skin with. Mama Chiu taught me this, and literally it was the best thing. I used it during high school, and I honestly feel like that is the reason why my skin stayed the way it is. Also, cleansing and using a towel. I know a lot of people think, you know, not sure about the towel thing, but I use it and I love it, and Mama Chiu uses it and she loves it, so just follow what Mama Chiu tells me to do. You just do what Mama does. How do you stay fit? That's a really good question. I've done a couple of videos on fitness, and if you guys want to see more of those, let me know and comment below, because if you do, I will try and make more videos like that. A few things that I do to help me stay fit is I do yoga, like I said earlier. Hot yoga, because I find that it just helps me stretch out places and it gets easier for me every time I go, and I get more flexible, so that's always a bonus. And the second is spin class. I really like going to spin because it gives me really good cardio, and also I burn a lot of calories, and it's really fun because there's music blasting. I go to a place in Vancouver called Spin Society. It's one of my favorite places, and if you guys go there, go see Lucy because she is the bomb. In terms of eating, I try to keep a pretty healthy diet. In the mornings, I like to have a green shake or avocado toast or oatmeal, and I usually just switch between those three, and I find that it's really helped my metabolism and keeps me full until lunch. I always try and get lots of greens and fruits in my daily intake of food. I try not to eat out as much, like maybe just for dinner we might go out, but morning and lunch I always make food at home, so that's why I keep healthy. If you don't eat out at restaurants all the time, then you will just not gain too much weight, because if you're making it yourself, you know what's going in it, and you're just more cognizant of what you're eating. So those are my tips. Next question is, why did you start your channel? I started my channel, and I kind of answered this earlier before with that other question, but I started it because I was working a 9 to 5 and it wasn't for me, and I could not see myself doing it for a long time. So, and at that time I also met Jeff, and he said to me, well, what do you like to do? What is your passion? I'm like, well, I love photography, I love videos, I love watching YouTube, I love beauty, skincare, makeup. And he's like, well, why don't you start a channel? He kind of pushed me to start my channel, and then I did, and then it just kind of went on from there. It was totally by accident. I would have never done it had I probably not met Jeff. I just never thought that YouTube was something that I would do. So when I started my channel, I would film videos at nighttime and then work during the day, and I would just cram as much as I could because I loved making videos, and I just kept doing that for like a few months, and then it just started to spiral and snowball, and then I was full-time after 2 years, and I was so happy that I didn't have to do my job. You know, I could just leave and quit my job, but I definitely didn't quit my job and just go into it. I stayed there until I saved enough money, and I did what I needed to do in order to feel comfortable moving forward full-time on YouTube. A question from Twitter. I saw you post about your brother Will. Are you going to make videos together? So if you guys don't know this, Will is my brother. He's my younger brother. We're 7 years apart. He started a channel, a music channel, and does covers and mashups. I am so happy that he's doing this because it's like, I don't know, just having someone start, and that's my brother. It's just really cool. And yes, I've done some singing videos on my Instagram stories, just of us just messing around, not doing anything like for real or anything. I love to sing. I'm very musical. I love playing piano. Will is just very musical too. His instrument is the guitar. He just slays the guitar. I'll put his link here if you guys want to check him out. He is great. Make sure you give him some love and tell him your sister Jen sent you there. Hopefully one day we'll collaborate and do a cool video together. If you have any ideas, comment below. Next question, when is Jeff doing a video with you, and can you do a husband Q&A? Guys, let me tell you about a story about Jeff, okay? When I first got to like 70,000 subscribers, like I said to him, Jeff, honey, you gotta come on my YouTube channel. You gotta just do something, you know, maybe for 100,000. You gotta come on and just do it. And he goes, yeah, sure, okay, 100,000. I think in his mind, he thought it was gonna take a long time, and 100,000 came. And he totally chickened out and he did not come on my channel, and I was so upset. I said, why don't you want to come on my channel? He is just a very private person, and I understand that, and that's why I don't really post too much about him. But recently, because of our travels, you've seen him a bit more. I love talking about Jeff because he's such an inspiration to me and I love him so much, but you know, I have to respect that he doesn't want to be on, and maybe later he might. I mean, I always joke with him, what about 1 million? If I get to 1 million, I mean, come on, you gotta come on my channel at that point just for one video. If you guys want to see Jeff in a Q&A video, which will be awkward, I think, you guys have to comment below and hashtag, like, I don't know, let's just say Jeff and Jen. So he sees the comments, because I know he reads my comments and watches all my videos. If he sees that, then he might be more inclined to make a video with me. So guys, I need your help. Next question on Instagram, why did you cut your hair short? Well, you know, I've had long hair for as long as I can remember. I cut it short because I just felt like it's a new year, it's a new me. I saw a bunch of people wear and cut their hair short and style it short, and I just love it. And I used to cut my hair short, but I always regretted it afterwards, and that's probably why I kept my hair long for such a long time. After this cut that Ashley gave me, who is like seriously the best hairstylist ever. If you guys are in Vancouver, you need to see her because she's literally the best hairstylist. I've been with her for 7 years. That is commitment. I have never seen another hairstylist to cut my hair or color my hair. I cut my hair short because she also thought it would be a good idea, and I just love it. I have not regretted it since. I just like having short hair. I don't know, it's just easier to wash and dry, to be honest, and I round brush it and it just looks like this. So yeah, long hair is a lot of work. Short hair, it just feels freeing. I don't know. I hope you guys like it. Next question is from Instagram as well. How do you feel about social media? This is a very tough question because for me, social media is really my life and how I make my income, how I live. This is like my job, but it doesn't feel like a job. I'm grateful that I'm able to do this and share my life with you guys, share my videos with you guys, because honestly, I would not have it any other way. But sometimes being on social media, and I think this comes to the first question, it does give a bit of anxiety. You go on comparing yourself to other people that you see, because you see all these perfect lives and perfect photos and perfect lifestyles, and everyone's traveling everywhere and everything is so cool. But I know for a fact, because I work in this business, I know that it's not always the case. I mean, yes, they're there. Yes, it looks amazing, but what did they have to do to get there? What sort of things are they expected to do while they're there and doing these things that you're not seeing? So I want to take this time to tell you guys that Instagram and everything you see online, just take it with a grain of salt. I feel like social media has made people really second guess themselves, and I don't think that's a really healthy thing. And sometimes when I feel like I've had enough, or sometimes when I'm looking at people and I'm like, oh my gosh, like this person is just living the best life ever, I have to think about it myself and be like, look, not everything is as it seems, and I just need to put it away, because the amount of hours that people are on social media is probably a ridiculous astronomical amount, and we still need to sit back, take a breath, and really be present with people. And I think that is something to take away. I want to make sure that I have a healthy balance when it comes to social media and having a real life. And the last question, what makes you happy? I like this question. So many things make me happy. I'm very grateful for my life. I'm grateful for YouTube. I'm grateful for you guys. And you guys, The fact that we're, can I just say, 700,000 subscribers on YouTube, like I literally, my heart quivers. This actually happened when I was in on my trip, so it was like the best feeling ever. You guys, I don't even know what to say. Like, thank you so much. I remember when I had 100 followers and I'm like, this is so cool, 100 people are following me. But now at 700,000, I can't even think about how many people that is. I hope our family grows. I hope our YouTube clan gets bigger, and I want to keep doing videos for you guys. It's like my passion, and yeah, I'm just so grateful and so happy that this is what I call my life, and I have all of you guys to thank for that. Some other things that really make me happy is being with my friends, being with Mama Chiu, my family, and Jeff. Like, he's such an important part of my life. He is amazing and such a good partner, and I honestly could not have asked for someone better to be with, to be married to. There's just so many things, but those are like the most important things in my life. I mean, I could list a bunch of different things, but Netflix, food, dim sum, I don't know, so many things make me happy. Okay, but anyways, I think I've had like the longest video ever that I need to edit this, and it's gonna be like an hour's worth of work because I talked so much. Anyways, I love you guys. Thank you so much for sending in your questions for this Q&A. I actually had a lot of fun doing this because I thought I'd be weird because I hadn't done one in a while. This has been really refreshing and nice, and I hope I got to some of your questions and answered them in a way where, you know, you got to know me a bit better. Alright, well, I guess I'll leave now. Awkward exit. Bye guys, love you.